For level 15 solar flare.
When you get bigger and start doing groups more, then the AoEs are really good to have. But for your level, if you're soloing, definitely.
He says thank you. Yeah, she's saying that for now, a lot of your fights are probably, you know, have groups, but since you're soloing, the solar flare is going to work out. But when you get a little bit bigger, you might want to, you know, go ahead and switch up. But for now, at your level, go with the solar flare. Oh, when he's grouping. Oh, when he's in a group. Ah, okay. When you're in a group. So, you know, if you've got a tank or some other folks, then you can do the AoE because you got someone to pull the aggro. But when you're soloing, she says do the solar flare. Sweet. Yep. Good thing we have a wizard expert, because all I've ever done is melee. Ooh. Oh yeah, see, I AoE in my dungeon runs, and I end up pulling all kinds of stuff I don't want to. We don't have the quest for this guy. I don't think we picked it up. But there's this boss right here. We're going to go ahead and just take him anyway. He comes back. It's not like you won't ever see him again. And it's not like it says boss, but it's not like a raid boss. It just is a guy who's... It's just a good way to mark the fact that he's required for somebody's quest. Oh, and she dinged, and I think I just recently dinged too. Hey, wow, yeah, we sure did. So we had good experience down here. Now their rested experience is done a little bit differently than some games. There's somebody who didn't survive. Is that chest open for her? Yep, she got it. But like here I've got this number in that box. Basically what they do is if you fight folks who are your level, or I believe it's your level or higher, you get double experience for them up to 20 kills maximum. So like tomorrow this will refresh up to 20 kills. Once it go past 20 kills, it doesn't matter what level I'm fighting, I no longer get the double experience. So now she just asked me what are the little gems next to her name. Okay, so she's got a thief character. I don't seem to be hitting this thing. She killed it. The thief, like in World of Warcraft or even Rift, your character class, when you do certain attacks, like for her, where they're at, it puts these little gems that are right over here, and then she actually has some skills that if she uses them, it will use up those little shards. So like for you, I think you've got like you might have to hit B and look at some of your skills. See, like here, because we've leveled up, B pulls up where you can look at the combos you've learned or some of your abilities. Like I can just take a quick peek. So I've learned this one here, a discipline, retribution. I'm just going to set it here for a moment. And then I got my banner. So I had a formation fire weave. Now this here discipline grants my conqueror increased armor and protection and a shield that inflicts damage on attackers. Teammates receive less powerful shields and no armor or protection. Only one discipline can be active at a time. Okay, cool. So I can have a formation and a discipline. Now the formation, if you didn't see this last time, this was a conqueror ability that gives me a bonus damage on my attacks. But then if I plant this banner ability that I have, it's called plant banner. What it does, it actually sticks a banner in the ground, and anybody within the radius of my banner then gets this bonus. Like it converts it to a group bonus. This discipline retribution, I'm looking at her screen, that's just a group buff anyway, and so that grants a little damage retribution shield. And so I was looking to see, I got dance. She'll have to look in her combos, but she would have either an ability or a combo that will consume these little soul shards that she earns. Since I'm not playing an assassin, I don't collect those to show you what that looks like. Like the summoner on Allods then. I believe so. And I think you know, there's a couple games that use that. You know, the more shards you have when you cast the particular spell that uses them, the more powerful it is. So we are slunking through here a little bit more. Bam. Come on, bag of loot. There we go. Whew, I've only got 5 scorpion poisons. Oh, wow. I think she is DPSing these guys with some of her strong attacks. No? Oh, her stealth well, that's pretty strong. Oh, okay, she's saying here as she's playing along is that her stealth attack, if she hits them on an unshielded side, it's almost a one-shot kill. So that's good news for us. Oh, here's a group. Now see here, if you look, I mean, she pretty much killed the one, but for a moment there, I was actually hitting on both of them because I had them kind of lined up back to back, and my weapon has a little bit of reach, so it was easier for me to hit them both. She's putting more points in her hide. That's one thing is when you level up here, you get skill points you can spend. However, the game doesn't automatically place them for you, so you just have to remember, come and spend your skill points. And she said she just had to up her hide skill. Yeah, because these creatures, if you don't up your hide skill, even though you're higher level, they'll still see you. You've actually got to increase your hide skill. Yeah, her stealth, she's saying it doesn't regenerate rather quickly. She said it takes about 10 seconds before she can reach stealth. So we just kind of take a second here and then there, let her stealth, and we go back. Now we've kind of just went through like a little circle, and I know because we're right back here at the ghost. We're going to go back.
It's not like EverQuest where I can stay out of combat while you're in combat. I can't hide while you're in combat.
Oh, and she says that unlike EverQuest 2, if I'm in combat, she can't re-stealth during that whole time. So if one of us is in combat, then if I had stealth, I couldn't stealth. So that's one drawback. You can't let somebody take aggro and then you re-hide so you can attempt to use one of your abilities again. You gotta wait till the fighting's done. And depending on where you stand, sometimes the battles just start and then people just start coming out of nowhere. So that can be kind of a pain. Now, I will say though, luckily, oh, she's poisoned. She's back here making all kinds of grunt noises. Her character. And it is specified. Okay, I wasn't positioned very good on that one. But all the classes here are pretty good solo. The only one that I've heard is a real pain to solo is the bear shaman. And from what I've been told and just kind of what I've seen in the lower levels, they're difficult. But once you hit some of the upper levels, they're really strong. Let's see. Let me read Shadow. Shadow says, that's another good thing about my wizard. I got a skill called Hide in Shadows and makes me invisible. I love it. Yep. In fact, and then even some races have kind of like, as long as you're standing still, you can hide. Yep, that's awesome. And then whatever is near you just kind of walks on past. And yep, I've used some different hide abilities myself, and it has definitely gotten me out of trouble a few times. Another one I really love is Feign Death. And the monk, oh, I don't play monks. My wife has played monk. And I'll tell you, I'm jealous. The monk is the master of feigned death, and it's like we'd be in a group and we're fighting, and we realize, you know, it's a lost cause, and I'd see her go down. I'm like, oh my gosh, we just lost her. And she'd be like, oh no, I feigned death. And then I would die for real. And then whatever was near us would walk away, and she'd pop right back up and go to safety. So it was really nice. Once I got my Shadow Knight high enough, I had feigned death, and so not quite the same as hide, but you know, oops, I didn't want to do that. Another sneaky tool that if you can get it will help you out. Oh, Crenshaw asked something. Oh man, it went by. I'm sorry, Crenshaw. So if the shields are on the right and the left, and you press 2 to clock the thing on the head, right? That is correct. That's why it's real important to watch those shield facing. So the fewer shields, the better. And yes, if the shields are on left and right, then start bashing the number 2 key to get them in the head. Boom. Yeah, I'm kind of jealous of her damage. As you can see, those big hits are being laid on by her. And the only real reason that I like the Conqueror, the Warriors, is they're going to get some really powerful armors later on. So like I said, in the low levels, everybody can solo really well, but when we start hitting out past level 20, then she's definitely going to want me there to tank and to try and pull aggro, because she will be a lot more squishy than I am if she was to try and solo the same things. But at the same time, I'm going to need her because that DPS then is going to be able to help us, you know, take down these creatures. It's in the higher levels, I'm told, I mean, you can, I leveled a character all the way to level 80. It can be done. But again, depending on your character class, it's going to take a lot of patience. Fatality. The reason why I chose Shadow Knight is because they have a little bit of self-healing. Like some of their abilities is, as they take damage, they actually get healed. They drain their enemies. So character planning and progression is really, really tough. Okay, got some. And boom. Oh, I said a Shadow Knight. I'm so used to using that term. In this game, it's the Dark Templar. My wife's like, you're talking about EverQuest 2. I'm like, no, I'm not. Just because I don't know what the classes in this game are called doesn't mean I don't know what I'm talking about. I got my Dark Templar all the way up to 80 soloing, so I guess I should at least know the character class name. I just think Shadow Knight's a cooler name. Okay, we're about halfway there on snakes. There it is. Getting real close now. Okay, both bags are gone. Oh, here's a mini boss snake. We'll see if it drops anything. It's dead. I think, ooh, something I might be able to wear later. Level 12, one more level. That is cloth? Did you need or greed? I'll greed. I'm pretty sure I'll get something as a quest reward. What I am going to do though real quick is hit F10, my audio options. I'm going to turn the combat music down a little bit and the background music a little bit. Let's go with that. Just because that last little battle sequence, that was like, I mean, I love the music, it's very fitting, but it's also very loud. It says, agree with the wife, it makes life easier. What's that? Which part makes life easier? I lose track of. Oh, agree with the wife, it makes life easier. Gotcha. Yeah. It sure does. It's taking